Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy Winning Wednesday to each and every one of you. So y'all, it's hot. My dashboard says it is 99 degrees. Do y'all see all of this perspiration? This is a result of me coming out the house, pulling the trash cans from behind my truck off to the side, because after I finish this video, I'm going to the gym. Yes, I'm going to get my workout, and hopefully I can get back before it starts raining. It is quite dark and cloudy over here. They are calling for some rain, so it is what it is, because I'm gonna get my workout in. So anyway, that's all I did. Came out the house, got the trash cans, pulled them right here in front of the bush. Thank you. Pulled them in front of the bushes, got in the car, got my tripod set up, everything, and I am sweating like this. That's how hot it is, okay? So anyway, let's jump into today's video, because like I said, I'm gonna get this video recorded and then I am off to get my workout in. And today I'm going to be sharing 12 things that you need to understand. Again, as I like to always say, this is not an end-all be-all list by any means, but there are 12 things that you need to understand. Number one, when you're winning, keep your mouth shut. Now, if you've noticed that that's a reoccurring theme, sorry for adjusting my clothes, that I've talked about over the last couple of weeks, we have to learn, and I get it, we get excited, we're doing great things, and we can't wait to tell people about it. I truly, truly, truly understand. There is nothing worse than having good news or having something great happen for you and or to you, and you don't have a soul that you can call and say, girl, guess what? Or, you know, tell your guy friends or have y'all greet each other. Man, I can't wait to tell you what happened, whoop-de-woo, and you don't have anybody that you can call. I'm thankful that I have a ton of people that I can call and tell, but I realize that some things I have to just keep between me and God. I do. I just have to keep them between me and God, okay? Number two, don't tell people your plans. Wait until the results speak for themselves. Come on now. Here's the thing. When you tell people your plans and things don't work out, what do you think is going to happen? People are going to not believe in you. That's number one. Or they're going to say, see, I told you they weren't going to be able to do it. This way, if you don't tell anybody your plans, if things don't work out the way you thought they were going to work out, guess what? Nobody knew about it anyway. Or let's say they work out, but not quite the way you had planned. It's all right, because nobody knew the plan to start with. So we have to learn that, yes, we get excited and we want to share the good news, but let the results speak for themselves. That's just like if you've ever met somebody that said to you, you can't do something or you'll never be good at something. And if you're that kind of person, let me just say this before I move forward. And if my fan is too hot, I do apologize, you guys, but it's hot. And I have my AC on. But if you are the kind of person, there's a raindrop. There's one there too. Let me hurry up. But if you're the kind of person that you get some kind of thrill out of telling people they'll never be anything, they'll never amount to anything, I need you to stop. Don't ever, and I mean ever, never let that come out of your mouth again. You don't have the right to tell anybody that they can't be something or they'll never be anything. I don't care if your child's other parent was not a part of their lives. You don't get to sit and say to them, you'll never be anything, just like your mama wasn't anything or your daddy wasn't anything. Don't do that, because you don't get to tell people what they can and can't be or what they will or won't achieve. Don't stop doing that. Stop doing it. And even if you happen to come across somebody that says that to you, don't get mad, don't get upset. Well, let me say this, don't visibly get mad, upset, or even argue with them. Just smile, tilt your head to the side, and then go about your business. See, because what you're going to do is allow the results to speak for themselves. And then when that person sits back going, oh, big dog, I didn't think they had it in them. See, that's why you need to keep your mouth shut. Number three, never expect to get what you give. Not everyone has a heart like you. You've got to understand that not everybody has a heart like you. So you cannot expect people to give, to get what you give, because not everybody thinks like you. I've watched people give so much of themselves and receive nothing in return. Or I've watched people give 100% of themselves but only receive back 30%. And they get upset, and rightfully so. But the reality is that you can't expect you from other people, because other people, they just don't act the way you do. So you have to understand who people are and treat them accordingly. Now, I'm not saying not to show love, because God's word says that we are to show love. I'm not saying don't do that, but what I'm saying is stop going all out for people that don't go all out for you. That's all I'm saying. Number 4, every day you wake up, you have a new job, and it's to be better than yesterday. Every day I wake up, I thank God for waking me up, number 1. I thank him for waking me up in my right mind, because some people went to bed last night one way and they woke up a completely different person. So I thank God for that. And then every day I say, Lord, help me to be better today than I was yesterday. And however way he chooses to do that, I ask God to please help me be a better person. Number 5, you will never get what you want until you're grateful for what you have. If you've been around me any length of time, then you know I am huge on being grateful for what you have. And it pains me to no end when I meet people that constantly go on and on and on about what they don't have. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have the other. But not once do I ever hear them say, but I'm thankful for what I do have. Not once. So if you are that person, I just want to encourage you to stop complaining about what you don't have. Thank God for what you do have. Be thankful for whatever you have. So this is why when I have my prayer meditation time with God, I thank him for all that I have. And of course, I have my wants and needs list just like everybody else does. And I say, all right, Lord, now I know you blessed me with all of these things over here, but if you could see fit to provide me with whatever that thing is that I'm in need of, I would be ever so grateful. And then I always say, however, if you choose not to, I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to be faithful. I'm still going to be grateful for what I already have. And that's the problem with a lot of people. This is why, and you wonder why, Lord, I keep asking you for ABCXYZ and you've yet to provide it. And I don't understand. I'm doing everything right. And God is trying to get you to see that he's not going to give you that thing you're asking for because it's a want, not a need. Because you've yet to be thankful for what he's already given you. Number 6, sometimes what you're trying to hold on to is exactly what you should let go of. Come on now. Come on now. There are far too many instances where we try to hold on to the very thing that God is trying to get you to let go of. I talked about this not too long ago. God has a job that's perfect for you. A job you didn't even think you would ever want. Or like I said the other day, that you would even qualify for. And God wants to give it to you. He wants to hand it to you. But he can't because you won't let go of the job that you have. Do you know how many times I talk to people and they are not happy with the job that they have, but they won't let it go because they're too afraid to step out on faith and look for something else or accept something else? They say, well, at least I know these people. At least I know this job. And I'm thinking, yeah, but didn't you just, or aren't you always saying how you want something else? You're tired of this job, but you won't let it go. God can't bless many of us because you refuse to let go of things. I'll give you the demonstration again in case you're new to my channel. If you are, welcome. This is you holding on to the things that God needs you to let go of. This is you holding on to things that are blocking your blessing. And until you let it go and open your hands to receive, the new thing that God has for you, you will never receive it. You just won't. Some of you all are holding on to relationships that you need to let go of, but you're afraid. And you say, well, if I let this person go, I'm going to be by myself. So what? So what? You can be alone and not be lonely. Come on, somebody. And we saw that when COVID happened. Y'all remember? We couldn't get out of the house and go anywhere because most places were closed. So if you live by yourself, you were alone, but well, some of you may have felt lonely, but most of you didn't. So all I'm saying is stop holding on to people, places, and things, blocking your blessings because you're too afraid to step out on faith. But then you're quick to say, Lord, I trust you. Lord, I know you're faithful. Lord, I know you're going to come through, but you don't act like it. Because you're afraid to let go of stuff. Let me move on. Number 7. Oh, I love this one. If you want to buy things without looking at the price, work without looking at the clock. Come on, somebody. We can pass the collection plate, give the benediction, and y'all can go on home just on that one right there. If you want to, let me say it again, buy things without looking at the price, because y'all know it's always an awesome feeling when you can go into a store and you don't have to look at the price of something. You can just say, I want that, that, and that. You haven't looked at their price, took it to the register, and only found out how much it was when the cashier rung it up. So in order to have that kind of lifestyle, you got to work without looking at the clock. That means that if you want to become a six-figure earner and more, you've got to put in the work. You've got to work your business. You've got to always be working your business and stop looking at the clock. I get it. I get it. I get it. We all get tired and we all have to rest. Because here's the thing. I hear people saying, you know, I work 5-10 days straight with no rest. Well, you know, that's on you because I'm not doing all of that. I know I still need my rest. Come on now. But I digress. You've got to work without looking at the clock. You can't say, oh my God, I'm so tired. I just want to hurry up and finish this up. No, you've got to work and put in the time. Again, the successful people that you see out here right now, many of which you know personally, they didn't get where they are because they were constantly clock watching. They got where they were because they were persistent. They were consistent and they worked their tails off. They didn't say, okay, well, you know, I've been working this job now for the last, this reminds me of how my watch on, for the last 4 hours. So I need to cut this off so I can go hang out with my friends. No, they put in the work so that they can afford the lifestyle that they want, be it to be able to travel or to purchase things because they put in the work. Number 8, God puts people in your life for a reason and removes them from your life for a better reason. Now again, if you've been around me long enough, you know that I always remind people that God places folks in your life for a reason, a season, and or a lifetime. And you get yourself in trouble when you mix those people up. Some of y'all are trying to keep folks in your life for a lifetime, and that's not why God put them there. God put them in your life for a reason, to show you something. He put them in your life for a season because he needed them in your life right now to move you from where you are to where he needs you to be. But then he put other people in your life for a lifetime. And I'm thankful for all of the people that have come in my life one way or the other, be it a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I am thankful for those people for various reasons. So you've got to understand that just like God puts the people in your life for a reason, he will remove them for a better reason. God has removed some people from your life because you had no idea that that person meant you no good. God knew. That's why he removed them from your life, so that they did not destroy you and take everything that you worked so hard for. So keep that in mind. So when God removes somebody from your life, don't spend your time sitting there crying and, oh Lord, why me? And this was supposed to work out and it's not. Okay, well, you know what? I just say to myself, Lord, you put them in my life for a reason and or a season. I'm accepting that and I'm going to move on. Number 9. The devil wouldn't be attacking you so hard if there wasn't something valuable in you. Thieves don't break into empty houses. Again, we can go on home on that one. Have you ever noticed that a thief will not break into an empty home? Why? Because there's nothing in there for them to take. A thief is only going to break into a home or a store or your car or wherever because there's something of value in there. So if the devil is messing with you, because some of y'all, I know I'm not the only one, but some of y'all lately, you say, Lord, every time I turn around, it's something else. If it's not your job, it's your family, it's your friends, it's your inner circle or whatever it is, your business. And you say, Lord, why me? Why am I constantly having to deal with stuff? Well, it's not God. God's going to allow you to go through whatever it is you're going through because that's part of the process. But the devil is working on you and trying you so hard because he or she, depends on how you look at it, they know that there is something valuable there. They know that you've got some value to you, and the devil says, I'm going to break this person. And that's why they're trying you so hard, because the devil wants you to give up on that idea, give up on that goal, give up on yourself. But don't you give in. Don't you give in. Don't you give up. You stay the course. This is why I tell people all the time, prayer is so important. Prayer is so important. When life gets hectic, I say, all right, Lord, I'm not going to stress because I know you have me. God will finish the work that he started in you and in me. God is never going to leave you or forsake you. God finishes what he starts. Come on now. So you may feel like, Lord, I'm just hanging out there by myself, that you forgot about me. But I promise you, God has not forgotten about you. There's no way. And know this, and I'm going to move on. But know this, God is not going to allow the devil to go but so far. It's just like it. There's so many stories, too many to try to go into right now, but there's so many stories in the Bible where God allowed the devil to tempt his people. Job comes to mind. And all the whole while that the devil was tempting Job and taking things from him, the devil was right there. He had his hand on Job the whole time. So the devil could not do anything more than what God allowed him to do. Remember that, y'all. Let me move on. Number 10, you're going to set a lot of people off when you start doing what's best for you. Too often, we get caught up in wanting to do things that please other people. That's why you have a lot of adults right now that find it hard to do what they want to do because they're still trying to live that life that their mothers and their fathers wanted for them. I've shared the story before. It's been a while about the gentleman who always wanted to own his own business. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was an ice cream shop. And that's what he wanted to do. But his mother and his father, I want to say they were attorneys, and they wanted him to be an attorney. So when he got out of school, he went to college, then he went to law school. He started his own firm, and he was an active attorney, a practicing attorney for a while. And finally he said, enough. I've lived the life that my mother and my father wanted for me. Now I'm going to live the life that I want for me. And so he decided that, hey, he had had enough. He sold his practice, opened up his ice cream shop. And his parents didn't live in the same state that he lived in, and they came to visit. And they went to this ice cream shop, and they're having ice cream, and they're talking. And he's like, this is a great place, isn't it? Mom and Dad said, yeah, it is. And that's when he told them, it's mine. And of course they were like, say what? Yeah. Then he told them the truth that he had long since sold his law practice and opened up his ice cream shop. And that's what he really wanted to do. Now, I'm pretty sure the mother and the father was not happy. I'm pretty sure they were not happy about that. But he had to let them know that I am grown. I'm going to do what I need to do for me, what makes me happy. And this is why you see a lot of times movies, like I told you, I'm watching the Bridgerton series, and you see where you have this woman who is to be married to a man that she doesn't like, and you're like, what the what? Because they're not even remotely compatible. But you got two power families coming together, and so the family and the Bridgerton girl, her brother was trying to push her to marry this guy who clearly looked like he was a little older than she was anyway, and she didn't want to be with him. But people do what they do because this is what their family wants. So all I'm saying to you is that you're going to lose some friends, and I should have said family members in my notes here, when you start doing what's best for you. Start doing what's best for you, and watch how folks will cut you off quick. Because see, now you're not doing what they want you to do. You're not hanging out where they want you to hang out, where they want you to hang out. You're not, just watch what I tell you. Change up what you're doing and start doing what makes you happy, and watch how people will cut you off. Or so they think they're cutting you off. No, really, they're just doing you a favor. Number 11, you will lose a lot of friends when you get really serious about your life goals. You know, it's interesting, and this is another reason why I tell you all the time, be careful of your inner circle. Be very, very, very careful of your inner circle, because if you are spending a lot of time with people that don't encourage you to do better and be better, to want more and not just settle, that's not the group of people that you need. And you can love them, you can love them, you can care about them, but they have no place in your life. You need people in your life that will encourage you to want to go out there and do better and be better. I don't want people in my life that will just go along with anything and everything that I do. Call me on my stuff. If they say, Cheryl, look, I don't know what's going on, but you're better than this. I know that you want more out of life. I know that you can be doing more. Why are you settling? If you're my friend, you're going to tell me that. So just know that you're going to lose a lot of friends, and I'm going to say family members, when you get serious about your life goals. Well, see, as long as you tell people that you want to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and you put no pressure behind actually doing it, oh, it's all fine. They're like, oh, girl, she just talk. He just talk. They ain't going to do nothing. But when you start to actually do the thing or start working towards that goal, watch how people will look at you funny. And they're like, oh, they're serious. Okay. And now they don't want to be bothered with you. Why? Because they're not afraid of you. Or let me say this, they're not afraid of being in competition with you. They're afraid that you're going to actually achieve your goals. So they had goals too. They just didn't do anything to work towards them. And they're afraid that you are going to be successful with the goals that you set for yourself. And they don't like that, because you're going to be a constant reminder of them not doing what they should do. Number 12, last but not least, life does not get easier. You just get stronger. Come on now. Life does not get easier. You just get stronger. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes life gets hard. Well, I should say life is hard. As young people say, life be lifing, okay? Life gets hard, and sometimes it gets harder and harder. It seems like the harder you work, the harder life gets. But that's just a part of life. And then one day you wake up and it seems easy. Well, guess what? It didn't get easy. You just got stronger. You decided that you can deal with whatever comes your way, and you're not going to fold up just because things aren't working out the way you wanted them to work out, or how you wanted them to work out. It's just like weight training. When I first started benching with my coach, I think on my bench, I started out with 95 pounds on the bar, if that. And that seemed heavy. At my last competition, I benched 175 for my third attempt and got 3 white lights, which means it was a good attempt. But I didn't start out being able to bench 175. I had to work up to it. Same thing with deadlifting. I started out with 115, And I think the highest deadlift that I did was 305 in a competition. And that was with a deadlift suit on. Same thing with squatting. When I first started squatting with my coach, I was squatting like 95 pounds, I think. And then I kept doing it, and over time, I took my squat numbers up. I can't remember what my last highest squat was, but all I'm saying is that the weight did not get easier, I got stronger. We like to think that life just got easy, or that weight training got easy, or sticking to your goals got easy. It didn't. It really didn't. You just got stronger. And you decided that, hey, I'm going to do this come hell or high water, and I'm not going to give up. And that's the way you have to look at life, because if you don't, I can promise you that you are going to miss out on so many things. And I don't want you to, because you deserve the best. You really do. You deserve the best, but you've got to keep pushing forward. You can't give up every time it gets hard. How you expect to get easy or get easier if you keep giving up? If you have to keep starting all over again, it gets harder and harder. But you stick with it, and eventually it'll get easier so that you're able to go from the bottom of the hill all the way up to the top in one quick movement. Okay? So that's it, you guys. That's all I have, because you can hear the rain is coming down. And I'm trying to get my behind to the gym. Part of me is saying, girl, go in that house and sit down. I'm going to the gym, okay? I have my umbrella in the back seat, and I'm going to get this workout in. So having said that, I want to bid you all good evening. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I want you to have fun, but be safe. Take your umbrella if you're in the DMV area, but be safe. The important thing to remember is that we are not giving up on our goals. We're not living for other people. You are going to start doing the thing that God called you to do. Do what makes you happy. Stop worrying about doing things that make other people happy. And like I said, some of those people are family members. Yes, you love them, but you still have to do what makes you happy. Because here's the thing. You don't ever want to get to the end of your life, excuse me, regretting not having lived your life the way you wanted to. Because then what will happen is you'll say to yourself, Dad, you know what? I wish I had done the things that I wanted to do. I wish I had lived my life the way I wanted to. Now, I'll never know if I could have been successful or not, because you didn't do it. So you have no way of knowing how things would have turned out. And I don't want that to be you. Okay? Having said that, if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that bell so you don't miss any videos. I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make sure you come back on Friday for another motivational video. You can also go over to TikTok and follow me there. I do motivational moments. I try to get one in a week, but it just depends on how my weeks are going, because my main priority of putting out content is here on YouTube. So you can go over there and catch me there from time to time. I also have a podcast. All that information is in the Linktree tab in the description box. Make sure you go check it out, as well as my website. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Y'all know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Again, go out there, enjoy the rest of your evening, have fun, be safe. Take an umbrella, because like I said, it's raining, and it's probably going to be raining a while. That's why I have my biggest cross, and when I go across the street to the gym, there's not a whole lot of people in there, so I can get in and out. Today I am working, let's see. Today I am working arms, shoulders, and abs, and then I will finish up with 30 minutes of cardio. You guys, that's it. That's all. You know the drill. You definitely know the skill. I love you all to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can do about it, because it's not going to change. I love you all. Period. End of story. I love you. I want nothing but the best for you. The best is yet to come. I just need you to believe in you as much as I believe in you. Go out there. Be great, because great is calling you. Great is calling me. Love you all. We'll talk again on Friday.